Another story that happened during a work shift. A woman was working in a medical facility. The two of them, on shift, were arranging merchandise on the shelves, chatting cheerfully about something. And then suddenly, unexpectedly, a man in a mask walks in with a bag. The woman looked up and saw that a huge man had approached her colleague. And then she noticed that he had a gun. To say she was shocked would be an understatement. The first thing that came to mind was not to run, but to save. She quickly pressed the panic button and pressed it 100 times in a row, hoping that this would somehow speed up the process of being freed from this horror. A minute later, and he approaches her. Fear, maybe. But the first thing she did was start turning everything into a joke. Here's the gun, here's the bag. To his phrase, quickly put the money in the bag, she started joking. And the change too. He didn't react properly. He abruptly poked her with the gun. She continued to put in all the bills, stalling for time as much as she could. But the police still didn't arrive. The other woman, her colleague, stood nearby and told her, whispered, "Don't joke, please, and do everything he wants faster." She put the money in, and then he quickly left. All she remembered was a metallic voice. You ask, what's metallic? I don't know. Somehow it was unnaturally memorable. Maybe distortion of the fabric in the hat, maybe some kind of device. After the thief left, the women didn't faint. They quickly started calling their director, their superiors, the police. And then only about 15 minutes after the thief left, security arrives, complaining that they pressed the button 100 times. The women had a crazy question. What? Pressed it 100 times? Do you understand that we were scared? The women exclaimed to the guards, "Where were you all this time while a man was calmly robbing us?" There was no answer. And then the police, dogs, and the boss rushed in. And it all dragged on into questioning, interrogation. But the most interesting thing is that this same thief, after running through the park, robbed another branch of the same pharmacy near the police station. That's the story.